place where it is home to some of the most influential people on the internet, and some of the wholesome people. But on YouTube and the internet, there always is a dark side. There have always been dark people that have been lurking around on the internet and on the platform since the beginning. In this mini documentary series, I'll be covering a few of the internet's more darker and sinister YouTubers. But just to remind you that some of the people I'll be covering have committed some of the worst heinous acts you could probably ever imagine. And just to be clear, viewer discretion is advised. Randy Stair, or he also goes by several other names on the platform, like Pioneer Productions, Ember's Ghost One Productions, and Ender Blaze. On June 9th of 2008, he'd make the YouTube channel called Pioneer Productions when he was just 15 years old. But he originally had older YouTube channels in 2007, but they got taken down due to multiple copyright strikes. So those channels are probably long gone by now. However, his main channel, Pioneer Productions, mostly consisted of comedy, gaming, and skit videos. But eventually, since he was obsessed with the character Amber from the Nickelodeon series Danny Phantom, he'd make the channel called Ember's Ghost Squad, wherein it involves him and several other characters getting involved in various strange antics. One of them includes one character in particular named Rachel Shadows in a video called Ember's Ghost Squad. In the opening of the video, with him making an opening monologue, talking about the social hierarchy of grade school, some whom he mentions in the video like boys and the outcasts, which in his own words are rejected by the social hierarchy. Later in the video, she talks about plans to start a massacre, and talks about several people and how she plans on taking their lives. In his early years, he'd be born on September 17, 1992 in the state of Pennsylvania, to his parents, Robert and Lorraine Stair, and with his younger brother, Jeremy Stair. His childhood was described as being a very shy and introverted child, always preferring to be alone. Most of the time in school, Randy would often like to watch Nickelodeon shows, and would draw the characters he sees, and would make short VHS films. During his high school life, he did have some friends, and he never had any relationships, or even went on any dates. At the time, he had a part-time job working at Wee's Supermarket in 2011. He would graduate from Dallas High School and would attend Lindsay Community College for 3 years, majoring in mass communications. For 3 years until 2014, and Randy also said that college and his job was not his main priority at the time. After returning to watch the show Danny Phantom, he became obsessed with the character Amber McLean. He had called her his wife, and thought that all the Ghost Squad characters were real during the time. He struggled with gender dysphoria, thinking his soul was female. He also wore feminine clothing and also thought if he dies, he would be resurrected as a ghost girl. In Ember's Ghost Squad, he created his own self-insert character named Andrew Blaze, who was female, but he did not consider himself fully transgender. He had been opposed to going to therapy or a psychiatrist, because he didn't think people would understand him. Later down the line, he also had an obsession with the Columbine High School shooting, and various other killers, like Eric Harris and Dylan Covald. He also recreated multiple of their shirts and had made various videos displaying his firearms, and had plans to murder victims later. He would also join a few online forums dedicated to the Columbine Massacre. On June 7th of 2017, Randy would drive to his work on his shift at night at 11 p.m. He would block off exit doors using wooden planks, and he would then upload multiple links to videos and journals to his Twitter page about his planned shooting, and eventually his death. Then at 1 a.m., he would go back into the building and do the unthinkable, and would take the lives of several of the following employees: Victoria Braun, Brian Hayes, and Terry Lee Sterling. sparing one of them, Christian Noel, and then taking his own life. Eliot Rogers, born on July 24, 1991 in London, England, and moved to the US with his family at the age of 5 in the city of Los Angeles, California. Both his mother and father both work in the film industry. However, he did have a younger sister, who was born before his parents divorced. And later down the line, his father would remarry his second wife, Suyuma Akabone, who was an actress he had a strained relationship with at the time. Later, he would attend Cripsey Carmelite High School, an all-boys Catholic school in Encino, Los Angeles. And then he would transfer to Taft High School in Woodland Hills, where he'd only attend for a week due to heavy, severe bullying. The last school he would attend would be Independence Continuation High School in Lake Balboa, where he would graduate from in 2009. After he graduated, he would briefly enroll in Los Angeles Pierce College and Moorport College, before he would transfer to Santa Barbara City College in 2011. After that, he would eventually end up in Isola Vista. According to his family's attorney and a family friend, Roger had seen multiple therapists since he was 8 years old, but their attorney said that he had never been formally diagnosed with mental illness. During his years of high school, he was severely bullied, and wrote later by saying, "Cried by himself at school every day." Also during this time, he grew an obsession with the online MMO game, World of Warcraft, which dominated most of his teens to his early 20s. However, one instance that occurred at Cripsey Carmelite High School, where he was bullied, where his head was taped to his desk. While he was asleep, according to Roger in 2012, he would also lose one of his close friends, according to saying, the one friend he had in the whole world who truly understood him, said that he didn't want to be friends anymore, without giving any reason why. He would later make the YouTube channel and a blog called Eliot Rogers Official Blog, where he would express his loneliness. In one of his videos, and would be his last, titled Eliot Rogers Retribution, where he would talk about being rejected by women and envying sexually active men, and described his planned attack and his motives behind it. And he would also write in his own manifesto called My Twisted World, the story of Eliot Roger. On May 25, 2014, he would go on a mass shooting spree throughout Isola Vista, taking the lives of 6 individuals and himself. The story of Eliot Rogers is a troubling one, but it's a lesson for all of us. If you know of anyone who is going through anything mentally, please contact and seek help immediately, if you can, for them. Jaystation, also known on YouTube as Jvision, and his other channel which he gained 6 million subscribers called I'm Jaystation from 2016 to 2021. He was mostly known on the platform for his massive controversies and his 3 AM challenge videos, and also accused of leeching to the deaths of several celebrities and influencers, and later was involved in a massive sexual harassment allegations and arrested for committing trespassing. Later, YouTube would officially terminate his channel off the platform for good. In 2018, after the Logan Paul suicide forest controversy, Jaystation would make multiple videos containing the suicide forest in them in his 3 AM style, But during that time, he would later be called out by Keemstar on Twitter by saying that he was leeching off the Suicide Force Logan Paul controversy for views. Jay would then later retaliate by sending out 20 tweets responding to Keemstar. One of his tweets telling him that it was his goal to get the most views and that he's jealous. After the war on Twitter, he then would be featured on a video of Drama Alert, where it was hosted by Noda at the time, saying that he got pummeled by Keemstar. Later on February 4th, 2018, he would later be caught stealing Fortnite gameplay for one of his 3am videos called Don't Play Fortnite at 3am. Later it was found out that the gameplay originally belonged to a small YouTuber by the name of Jaystation, where he was playing on PC, while he was using an Xbox controller. And the gameplay was also from October of 2017, and it was also before the game's major map update, with new areas at the time. A few weeks after he uploaded his gameplay, he would then respond to Lee Choice using Fortnite owns the gameplay. Lee Choice responded back saying, Fortnite owns Fortnite. I own the gameplay. Later the video would be taken down due to copyright and would be removed. Later he would use the following celebrities and influencers' deaths for some of his Ouija board videos, where he tries to communicate with them. Those include XXXTentacion, Mark Miller, and Etika. But later there would be a worse video that would go too far, where he would fake his own girlfriend's death. On January 21st, 2020, Jaystation would upload 2 videos. My girlfriend Alexia died. Rest in paradise. But later it would be called out that he was using her staged death for profit. Keemstar and other big names on the platform calling him a scumbag on his actions, like H3H3 Productions, Penguin Zero, and 2Med. During this, she would reveal that he flew out to Texas to hang out with a minor and share a hotel room with her. She also stated that she stayed awake fearing that he would have done something to her. A few other YouTubers and one big name some ordinary gamers were searching for and asking the police department of Ottawa, trying to confirm that Alexia was involved in any accident in the area. Later she made a video titled Alexia is Alive, revealing everything that he has done behind the scenes. On June 10th of 2019, Jason claimed he was assaulted in his own home and robbed, where 3 individuals dressed in ski masks targeted him in his own home and brutally beat him for robbing him of $1,200 pair of Flinchie alligator shoes, and would later be arrested. And following his court trial, YouTube would step in and suspend monetization of his channel for his actions. And on March 12th of 2021, his main and second channel would officially be terminated off the platform for good. But he would make his return to YouTube on fall of 2021. Marcos Walton, also known on YouTube as Lionmaker Studios, who was a popular Minecraft YouTuber back in the 2010s, in the game's height of its popularity. But the large channel of its time would soon take a more darker turn for the worst, and tarnish his own reputation on the platform. On July 9th of 2013, the channel known as Lionmaker Studios would be created, where he would make his own Minecraft series and challenge videos, where he would grow his audience and would gain 500,000 subscribers in September of 2015, even crossing paths with several other popular Minecraft creators at the time, one of those being Stampy Longhead. On September 15th of 2015, the downfall of Lionmaker would begin. On Drama Alert, hosted by Keemstar, it would be revealed by the mother of one of Lionmaker's fans that he was caught messaging and trying to get nude images from an underage fan, and she was 16. Following this, on March 7th of 2016, a YouTube commentator by the name of Colossal is Crazy would expose him of being a pedophile, and also calling him out even more while calling him a master manipulator towards underage kids. And he knows how to interact with kids. In the few months on November 6th of 2016, Lionmaker would end up on Colossal's podcast trying to defend himself. People started to hate his videos after the news came out following the interview. Following this, in December 2018, Paige, the fan that Lionmaker got into contact with, she would upload a video explaining her side of the story, and also her experiences with him at the time. Later in the years and following 2020, his channel and him would go under a downward spiral, where he would go live on Instagram where he would melt down after his channel's downfall. And on September 29th of 2020, Lionmaker's channel would be terminated due to him violating YouTube's terms of service. But a few months later, his channel would be briefly restored for a few days. Before then, YouTube would officially terminate his channel for good. Lionmaker Studios' story is an important one, is that you should always be wary of who you watch and interact with on the internet, because you should always be cautious.